Welcome to the BinckBank Tour, and as you can see, we've got some pavé leading up to the line today in Gerardsbergen. Here is that stage 7. Big loop at the bottom is where we are heading to, and indeed it has all of our climbs, including the Bosberg. Of course, the Golden Kilometer will be at the 20k marks out, by the way, so it could actually prove to be vital. The Mur, though, defines the day. Already taken it once, and indeed we will do at the very last, albeit a shorter version. But you'll see it in its entirety as we roll through. 65.4 laps, kilometres, I should say, to go at the moment. Here we are, the peloton with a gap of 41 seconds to a lively group that are up the road, Brian.
Yeah, very much. We've got a breakaway here, 65 kilometres to go, 41 seconds they've got. And I actually took about 100 kilometres for this breakaway to go off the front, and it didn't go, it went in kind of drips and drabs. So 100 kilometres to go, pretty much no action before then. It seemed a very kind of easy, slow start, but then a group decided that they dispatched themselves off the front, and this is the group we've got in front of our eyes. And I'm starting to worry about these 4 riders now, that I'm not too sure they'll get on with the chase behind from Deconi Quickstep with Bob Youngles and Tim de Klerk. And starting to look, Seneschal is the 3rd rider, and Stibar is the 4th rider. So 4 of Deconi Quickstep. Then we got Jumbo-Visma with Laurens de Plus, and I think one of the favourites possibly for the stage is Mike Teunissen. Then we got the green jersey and Lotto Soudal. I'm trying to look a little bit further down. There he is there, Philippe Gilbert, just sitting back a little bit in the group.
This is the Golden Kilometer. We'll remind you of it. It's 3 sprints with 3, 2 and 1 bonus seconds, and you get those bonuses at the beginning, the middle and the end of the Golden Kilometer. It's something I thought might be adopted by other races. They thought about it and then thought again, quite frankly.
As you say, the 3 bonus sprints are on the Bosberg, so just coming up to the first one pretty soon. Oliver Naesen, there's Greg van Avermaet and Guerrero for Katusha just coming across.
200 metres to go then before they roll through and take this on. Let's wait and see. Greg van Avermaet has a look. Wants to make sure that this sticks together, I think, for deeper into the race. Let's wait and see. They are working beautifully together at the moment. De Plus just rolls back, just swaps duties with Naesen. New man to that quartet, Ruben Guerrero, just tucked in. And they've got a little bit of a margin as they hit the cobbles here. They've taken the first sprint. Was it Naesen that got the bonus seconds that time by? Leaving no bonus seconds, by the way, for the men behind them. Is that Hershey that's following on, just for the time being? Can't quite see on the clatter of this lack of Steadicam right now. I believe it is, but not too much worry from Wellens, you might have thought. But Wellens comes up around the outside and starts to make the effort here as Guerrero starts to just struggle a little bit. He can ride into that gap if he's interested. And I think the green jersey it is that's showing what he can do right now. This is fantastic. He's got Van Mark on his wheel. Hershey just tucked in behind them as we look at the trio here who are up for another sprint. De Plus, Van Avermaet, Naesen, 7, 6 and 4. De Plus picking up 7 seconds. What's his margin now? Is it 7 down or 5?
Who's that?
De Plus overall, after his bonus seconds were factored in.
He's now 5 seconds down in the general classification, and he's probably got 5 seconds at the moment, so he's in the virtual lead of the race.
Yes, he is, and that's why I think you might see a little alliance in a few moments' time between Hershey and Wellens.
Naesen and Greg van Avermaet have got everything to write for them. All 3 of them are moving up in the general classification. I think at this distance, with just over 15 kilometres to go, they know that they're not going to distance De Plus, but it's more important to try and move up in the general classification, and Greg van Avermaet and Oliver Naesen thinking of the stage win as well.
Look at this, as kind of discussions, we said actions speak louder than words, and is that Philippe Gilbert who's on the radio at the moment out front. Wellens looks like he's had the air punched out of him. There he is in the green jersey, just taking this corner right now. It's a hard sport, Brian.
It is, and I think Wellens was on the radio to see where De Wolf was, to see where his teammates were. Very difficult.
Look at the demeanour.
And then Hershey, again, Sunweb, we saw him with a teammate, but no teammate left. It's very difficult. And the other situation is you know, who's going to ride for the stage? Is there anybody here feeling good that they can say put their teammate up to ride for the stage? This has been a brutal stage, 3 times up the Kapelmuur, 3 times up the Bosberg, and these 3 riders went away. Wellens was already with them. They went away pushing for the golden kilometer. If Wellens had the legs, he would be with them. Now he comes to the front, and I'm sure that Hershey is going to help with. This is what we were talking about. Hershey and Wellens, nothing to lose. First place is going up the roads. They are sitting on the podium, so why not help each other? But as soon as they come up to the front, you get Trek Segafredo and DeConnick Quickstep sitting back.
39 seconds, holding an even advantage, taking some big gulps of breath here. A man, I think that the race slipped from his grasp on stage 4. Greg van Avermaet, superhero in this part of the world. Not quite as quick, perhaps, as he has been in the past, but carries a lot of power. And indeed, he showed that today. And rolling through the man that now leads overall. Clever riding, made sure he got some bonus seconds as part of the intermediate. And indeed, now is carrying his braces up to the top of this incline. Even if he doesn't win the day, it looks like he may well win the race, unless this man, the youngster Hershey, can do something about it. He's a Swiss rider, just 20 years of age, and in fact was quite prepared to hand out some questions to Laurens de Plus when there's some questionable moves on an intermediate sprint bonuses, which he was gunning for. Here come the pack, or the remnants of the favourites, I should say, and our leader for the time being, but not virtually so. Tim Wellens tucks in. So De Plus, Van Avermaet, and Naesen. Anybody's guess here. I suggest that Greg Van Avermaet will possibly have the bigger motivation, but Naesen, after the disappointment of losing out on stage 4 and indeed ending his title hopes, I think De Plus will be happy to come home in 3rd place if he takes the title, and that looks like how it may well pan out. They hit the cobbles here. They'll take a left-hand turn in a few moments' time. You can hear the stadium announcer calling them in. The harder cobbles right now, and they start to rattle those. And now it's going to be a sprint to the line for the day. However, Laurens de Plus looks like he has wrapped up the title here after gaining himself 7 seconds during the stage, and indeed pushing on right now. And he looks the stronger of the 3 for the time being, but I think they may well be holding back. And here goes Greg van Avermaet right now. He wants this stage victory. Naesen would like a piece of the cake as well, quite frankly. It takes the beautiful line through there. A little shilly-shally right and then left. Has Naesen got anything left to come round him? It's going to be a 2-horse race to the finish here. Greg van Avermaet drifts over to the hoardings, and Naesen just takes it on the line ahead of Greg van Avermaet. Laurens de Plus gets an extra 4 bonus seconds, and now the clock starts to tick by, and he knows he's taken the title here. It'll be Philippe Gilbert and Simon Clark duking it out at the moment. Gilbert, very fast finisher, just coming onto Mike Turnisson's wheel here. Simon Clark wheel bouncing all over the place. Gets 4th on the day. Gilbert's going to get 5th ahead of Turnisson 6th. And then we look back, and it's a spirited effort by Hershey. He's going to put a little bit of gap between himself and indeed Wellens, who is at the back of this group in the green jersey. All credit to Hershey. Van Mark just finishing right now as we look further back and we wait for the green jersey who hits the line now. What an effort. Jumbo-Visma have had a fabulous season, and the gold, they keep striking it. Laurens de Plus wins this race, if not the stage.
Laurens de Plus had good legs throughout the race, good time trial yesterday, but these two fighting it out. But you know, they've also moved up in the general classification. But Naesen just, I don't know, maybe missing something, maybe the rain. I'm not too sure, but yeah, he got his just rewards for the effort. Dines and Vandenberg on in the breakaway. They were trying to ride for this man to try and win the stage, and he obliged. But just look at the effort of Laurens de Plus. Comes across the line with a 4-second bonus at the end. He only needed 1 second in Tim Wellens.
This is how it finished up. Haven't got a clock there on, I believe he finished on the 38-second margin, Wellens today. Hershey, brave effort by him as well, but Ollie Naesen takes a deserved stage win. And I guess we'll wonder what might have been. He could have won the whole thing had he not had been out of position on stage 4. De Plus takes the race. Nason runner-up Tim Wellens holds on to a podium, denying Greg van Avermaet by a margin of just 1 second. And 20-year-old Mark Hershey gets a top 5. Chapeau to that youngster.